guys, welcome back, or just welcome if you have never been on my channel before. I am Bethany, for people who don't know. For today's video, I would like to talk about my favorite tool that I use to manifest. Now, if you haven't watched my second video that I did with my key, my Law of Attraction success story, I brushed upon it a little bit. I probably should have talked about it more, being that this was probably what I actually did the most when it came to manifesting and just setting what I wanted the universe to bring to me. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. My favorite tool to manifest is my favorite tool for manifesting is this bad boy right here, my journal. Okay. It doesn't have to be a journal. You can literally just write down on pieces of paper, but I personally like to have everything in one place and somewhere where I know where it is and I can go back to it. So I prefer using a journal. Now, this is the journal that I used last year. I've actually had this journal for a very long time. My sophomore college roommate uh, gave it to me as a gift. And I've used it here and there over the years, but it wasn't really until last year that I like really wrote in it. And I finished it up, so I had to move on to a new journal. So this is my 2020 journal. I thought it was very fitting with everything that I started with manifestation and Manifest with Bethany. It says, make your dreams happen. And that's really what manifesting is about, is, making your dreams happen. So this is my 2020 journal. 19 journal, more due to the fact that my 2020 journal is more for manifesting the success of Manifest with Bethany and more day-to-day manifestations. I also use this journal for a lot of planning when it comes to my channel and my blog. So that we're just gonna push to the side right now, and we're really just gonna focus on this bad boy right here, due to the fact that I kind of want to just explain more on how I use this journal to manifest my relationship back and how this was a really big part of my Law of Attraction success story. So in that last video that I did with my team, I like brushed upon my journal. Like it wasn't even really like a lot that I went over. I did bring up scripting, which I did do in this journal a good amount of times, and it worked. It really worked. On top of that, I also talked about how I would write like the bad and feelings I would have and the bad days I would write it out in the journal. Now, those I feel like weren't as prominent as it was with the scripting. I didn't really realize how often I used the scripting until I went back into my journal after I finished that video. So this is just more to like explain how this was a really big part in my Law of Attraction success story. I just shrunk a few inches. The way I was sitting before really hurt my legs. So now I'm just down here. One thing I really did when I was manifesting my relationship back and really using my journal, I would write letters as to I was writing them to my team. So the way I would start all my journal entries, it would be Dear My Team. And I would use red ink because red is his favorite color. So I was just trying to, hey, I'm sorry, my cat is really obsessed with me today and he just wants to be everywhere I am today. So if you hear jingling, just know it's Tigger running around. um, so back to what I was saying. I used red ink because that is his favorite color, and I was just trying to make the letters as personal as it can be, and like try to use as much like positive reinforcement when it came to him in a way. So I felt like using his favorite color, it would really connect to him because that's something he truly likes. Like he loves red, so I used red ink a lot of the time. Didn't use it all the time because I think I lost my red ink pen at one point, but I did use it for a good amount of the journals entries. So after me and my team ended up recording that video, I wanted to revisit my journal to see what was in it and what I actually did. Because I know for the most part I did everything that I said. I did definitely do the scripting. I did write my feelings down if I had a bad day, and I would let myself write out my feelings just to feel them and then let them go. But I also didn't realize that I ended a lot of the letters to my team. I want to say all of them actually. I believe I ended all of my letters to my team with an affirmation, which happened to be a Bible quote. I'll read it to you guys so you guys can know which one it was. I believe it's Corinthians, if I'm not mistaken. Growing up Catholic, I'm really bad with the Bible, unfortunately, but you guys can mistake me if I'm wrong. This is the quote. It is, "Love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps, it, I can't read my own handwriting. It's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails." So, one thing that I believe personally within myself is that God and spirituality is one thing. It doesn't matter what religion you believe in. I grew up Catholic, did all my sacraments, First Communion, I was baptized, did my confirmation, all my sacraments. My team, he's Baptist, still a branch of Christianity, but he is also has his belief in faith, belief in God, and is very spiritual in his own way. When it comes to spirituality and religion, I feel like it doesn't matter what you call your God or the form you believe your God in, but I feel like most people do believe that there is a higher being out there, and it connects to their spirituality however way it connects to it. Okay, so for the people who haven't seen the last video with me and my team, there was a time in the whole journey where I was just like, it is what it is. I'm just gonna stop pressuring it. I'm gonna stop doing what I was doing, and I'm just gonna leave it alone. So I believe that this last letter I wrote to my team. It's still in the same format. It was still started off with "Dear my team." I wrote a little paragraph, and then I ended up with the same Bible quote that I read to you guys. I definitely did a little scripting in here because at the end of the first paragraph it says, "I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks." And I know for a fact at that time we were not talking because he unfollowed me on everything that night, and he just ceased communication. So I was definitely doing some scripting. For those who don't know, scripting is basically where you write out what you want to happen, but you write it out as it has already happened or it is happening. So here I basically wrote out that we already had plans, and I just couldn't wait to see him in a couple weeks when we decided on seeing each other. Basically, I told myself when I wrote that, this is my last letter to you. If the universe believes that me and you are going to be together, then it will happen. And then I'm just gonna leave it at that and I'm just gonna live my life. Lo and behold, he hit me up a couple weeks later in August saying he missed me and he wanted to see me the next time I come up to visit Albany and all that stuff. And yeah, it worked out the way I wanted it to. He hit me up through Instagram and he was like, I miss you and I want to see you, and the next time you come up I definitely want to hang out, go catch a couple of drinks, go get a couple of drinks. And I already had plans to go to Albany because the Jonas Brothers concert was on the 19th, and that is also something that I manifested, that by the time the Jonas Brothers concert was coming around he would be ready to talk. So that is actually not in the journal that I thought it would be, but it was still something I manifested and it still happened the way I wanted it to happen. Yeah, so that's really it. That's more of the in-depth analysis of my manifesting journal back in 2019 when I manifested my relationship back. I just want to let you guys know that there is a million different ways that you can manifest. It just so happens that journaling and scripting just works so much better for me. I guess it has more to do with the fact that I am visually seeing what I'm writing out, and I've always been a person who really enjoyed writing. So this really helps me. I guess it keeps me on track with what I want to manifest because I see it on a day-to-day basis, or I can always go back and look back at what was the main reason or the main drive of why I'm trying to manifest what I'm manifesting. Like I said, so many other ways that you can manifest. I will probably make more videos on different ways that you can manifest. I just really want you guys to know that manifesting is really so easy, and you can have everything that you want like in the palm of your hands. It's just that easy. I like to break it down in 3 simple steps, which I will share with you quickly. First step, you have to tell the universe what you want. I told the universe that I wanted my relationship back, wanted it back better than what it was before, and you have to let the universe know that it is yours, that is yours to take, and the universe will listen. It's just you have to do step 2, and that is doing the work. Doing the work is making yourself into a better person. Doing the work involves taking better care of yourself, taking better care of your mental health, getting your mind into this receiving mode. And I feel like that is what delayed a lot of time when it came to me manifesting my relationship, because I was doing a lot of work, but it took me some time to get into that receiving mode, into that mode where I was willing to take in what the universe was trying to bring to me. And step 3 is letting go. And that last journal that I wrote to him mid-July was me just letting go any expectations that I had, letting go of when will the universe bring it to me, letting go of holding on to what I really wanted and just leaving it to the universe to take it into its own hands and bring it to me when I was ready. So yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you liked it, like my video, comment, subscribe. You want to be on the lookout for more videos by me, hit that notification bell. More than welcome to follow me on Instagram, which is BethanyCXOX. I also have a page dedicated to Manifest with Bethany, which is Manifest with Beth. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Bye.